Okay, so this is problems 13 through 16 of the chapter 2 practice test. And on this one, they want us to write an equation. Let me get the highlighter. Write an equation in standard form with the given slope and given points. Okay, so first of all, you need to know these three types of linear equations. You should probably write these on the note card if you don't have these memorized. But it's the slope-intercept is the first one, and that's in the form of y equals mx plus b. The m is the slope, and the b is the y-intercept. The point-slope form, they call it point-slope because you have a point, and then you have the slope again, which is the m. And then the standard form, it's set up so you have the x and the y on the same side, and then you have a constant c on the other side. So again, they want us to use standard form, so our final answer needs to be in this form right here. So they give us, though, a slope and a point. So think about which form would you start out with. Probably the best form would be to start out with the point slope form. So let's try the first one. So it says number 13, they give us a slope of -3 and a point of 0, 0. So I'm going to start out with my point slope form, and that is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, so the slope, goes, the slope is going to go where the m is. Okay, then we need to put our point into our equation too. So we have an x value here, which we're going to put, let's put it right there. And we got a y value, which we're going to put for this y1. So if I replace those in here, so we got y minus 0 equals our slope, which is -3, times x minus 0. So this should be an easy one since we got zeros. So y minus 0, that just equals y. And then we have x minus 0, which is equals x. So we have -3 times x, which equals -3x. Okay, so we have our general form here, but then we need to put it in standard form. So that means we need to get the x and the y on the same side. So if we want to get x and y on the same side, then we need to add 3x to both sides so that we can cross it out on this side. So on the right hand side, we have nothing, right? We just have 0. On this side, we have a positive 3x and a plus y. So now that is in standard form, which is what they're looking for. Let me double check the answer. 13, yep. That is what it is right there. So that's the answer for number 13. Now let me erase this so I can do number 14. If you have the idea down, you can try number 14 on your own and then double check with my answer to see if you get it right. But let's try it out. So 14, they give us again another slope and a point here. So I'm going to write my general equation here. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, so we're going to put our slope in here, and we're going to put our points. The 6 goes here, and then our 7 goes over here. So we have y minus, let's go, 7 equals 2/5. And then we have x minus our x1, which equals 6. Okay. So then we can just simplify it. So we have 2/5 times x and then 2/5 times -6. So in order to multiply these, you just take 2 times -6, which equals -12, and then that's over 5. Okay, so we got 2/5 and we got -12 over 5. The best thing to do here would be maybe to multiply everything by a number that gets rid of the 5's. So if we multiply both sides by, this is a cool trick, multiply both sides by 5. Okay, so when we take 5 times y, we get 5y, and then 5 times -7 equals -35. And that's going to equal 5 times 2/5. And what happens when you take 5 times 2/5, the 5's cancel out. And then you just got the 2x. And then you take 5 times -12 over 5. And again, the 5's are going to cancel out. And then you're just left with the -12. Okay, so we got our points in, we got our slope in. Now we just need to rearrange the pieces so that we can get it in standard form. So we want to get x's, all the x and y's over to one side and get all the constants to the other side. So if I'm going to do that, let's go down here. So let's work on the x's first. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. Okay, so the x's on the right hand side cancel out, and we just have -12. And then on the left hand side we have -2x plus 5y minus 35. Okay, then we need to get that 35 over to the other side, so we're gonna do plus 35 to get rid of it. Alright, so it cancels out on that side, so we have -2x plus 5y equals -12 plus 35 equals, let's see, 3 to 23? Let's see if I got that right. From 14? Yep. Oh. Did I make a mistake somewhere? -35 x. No, I think that looks right. Oh, I forgot one thing. Sorry. Whenever you have something in standard form, okay, I just remember this. For some reason, they don't like it if you have a negative in front of the a. So this is the a part, the number that's in front of the x. You can't have a negative there. So what you have to do, the final step, is you gotta take everything times -1 to get rid of that negative there. So when you take -1 times -2x, that equals positive 2x. -1 times plus 5y equals minus 5y. And then -1 times 23 equals -23. So that is the answer there. And now, which one are we on? Oh my gosh, that was all 14. So let's go up to number 15. So on 15, you have a slope of 4 and a point of -2 and -5. So again, you just write your general equation here. M times x minus x1. Okay, so then we need to take the slope and put that into the equation, and the x and put that over here, and the y and put that over here. So let's put all those numbers in and crank it out. So we got y minus minus 5. So make sure to get all those minuses right. And our m is 4, and then the x minus a minus 2. Okay, so then we just need to simplify this. So minus minus 5 equals a positive 5. And then 4 times x minus minus 2 equals a positive 2. So we have y plus 5 equals 4 times x plus 2. So we need to distribute this 4 through. So we have 4 times x and then 4 times 2. So that's 4x plus 8. Okay, so we're almost there. We need to get the x onto the left side and the 5 onto the right side. So to get rid of the 5, we subtract 5 from both sides. Okay, so then on the left hand side it crosses out and we just have y. And then on the right hand side we have 4x, 8 minus 5 equals 3. And then to get the x to the left hand side we need to subtract 4x. Okay, and then that crosses out. And then to simplify this, we have minus 4x plus y equals 3. Okay, again, we have that problem where we have this negative in front of the x. So we need to times everything by negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 4 equals a positive 4x. Negative 1 times a positive y equals negative y. And then negative 1 times 3 equals negative 3. So 15 is 4x minus y equals negative 3. So I'm going to erase that to make some room. And then we are on the last one, number 16. That one, its slope is negative 0.5 and 0.06. So we do y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, so the y, we need to put our points in. So we have y minus 6, and then our m is negative 0.5, and then our x is x minus 0. Whew, they gave us a 0, that's good. So we have y minus 6 equals x minus 0 is just x, so negative 0.5 times x equals negative 0.5x. Okay, again, same process. We need to get the 6 over to the right and the x over to the left. So we need to add 6. So the 6's are going to cancel out. And then we have y equals negative 0.5x plus 6. Okay. Now we need to get the x over to the left hand side. So add 0.5x. And the x's cancel out, and we got 6 equals 0.5x plus y. And that is in standard form. And we are done with that one. So that is number 16. So if you have any questions, again, make sure to ask me as a friend, ask me after class. And let's go on to problem 17 through 20.